Welcome. It is my honor to declare open the 535th Convocation of the University of Chicago. Today, we come together to celebrate the inauguration of Paul Alivisatos as the 14th President of the University of Chicago.
Presidential inaugurations are occasions of renewal for the entire community, and especially during these challenging times when we are reminded that each breath is a gift, anticipated but never promised. It is fitting that we begin with a word of thanksgiving for the joy of sharing this occasion.
When we use our aptitude for critical questioning to face inward and demand better of ourselves and one another, the University of Chicago, not the abstract institution, but the people who comprise it, we are capable of tremendous collective good. So, to paraphrase Audre Lorde, President Alivisatos, I beseech you, live and work each day in your presidency, conscious of our debt to all of the people who have made the life of the mind possible. And in the spirit of courageous leadership, dream with us so that we may answer the beckoning of history toward a university worthy of their sacrifice.
In a nod to UChicago's own expansive listening habits, because we hear voices from all over the world, I will close with a quote from my own mother tongue, Tamil, which, as Professor Whitney Cox will remind you, has been studied at Chicago for decades. From the 1st century poet Thiruvalluvar, Selvathul selvam sevichelvam, achelvam selvathul yellam thalai. He says, the greatest of all wealth is the wealth obtained by listening. And for your wisdom, insight, and the wealth of listening that you bring, President Alivisatos, we bid you welcome.
I am very honored to represent the staff of the University of Chicago in welcoming President Alivisatos home. President Alivisatos, your reputation as a collaborator is well known, and the staff of the University of Chicago are poised to work with you to realize the full potential of this university we love so much. My advice to you is to utilize this wellspring of talent as you shape the future of our institution. And in the meantime, as you revisit cherished areas of campus and discover all that is new since your days as an undergraduate student, I encourage you to stop by and meet the staff members who support these programs and spaces, and let us welcome you back home.
What a momentous day for you Chicago alumni. This is only the second time in our university's history that one of our very own esteemed alums has returned home to this storied institution as its president. It is a thrilling moment for the entire alumni community. We cannot envision anyone better suited to lead the university at this pivotal moment and into the future. Not only do you have a true, clear love of this great institution, you are a global citizen with a humanist perspective and a brilliant scientific mind. Since its inception, the University of Chicago has been a paragon of intellectual curiosity, scientific discovery, academic rigor, and public discourse. We are known as the place where great minds come to learn how to lead and solve the most critical problems that we face. Racial equity and social justice, quantum computing and mechanics, impact investing, upholding democracies, and on and on. Our alumni go on to change the world in countless ways, from being leaders and activists in their local communities to receiving Nobel Prizes. As you know firsthand, President Alivisatos, that the profound role the university has played in the personal and professional trajectories of our incredibly accomplished alumni cannot be underestimated. I admire your bold vision to create the most engaged community in the history of our university. You Chicago alums are ready to help make your vision a reality. As your listening tour of all of us continues, we are all listening to you. A student spends a number of years on campus, but they are an alum for life. So as we approach 200,000 alumni around the globe with lifetimes to give, I call on you to consider the role alumni play in moving us forward, and we will be ready for your call.
And if I would offer any advice coming in, it would be to look at everything that is being done by the university right now. And if any of it is being done to the community, consider doing it with the community. The body has 12 systems, right? Muscular, nervous, digestive, etc. And if any of them stop working, the body is in trouble. It won't matter how well the rest of the system is functioning if it does not contribute to the health of the rest, if it is not made vulnerable by the rest, if it does not love the rest, to the extent that there is no rest or outside community, us and them, that doesn't exist because there's such mutuality, such interdependence in our life together. Mr. President, our bodies teach us what is true about this moment right now, that our communities will thrive when all of its systems work better together.
Today I'll be reading the opening pages of a long narrative poem titled Underworld Lit, which follows a year in the life of a fictional professor at a fictional university who's experiencing fictional issues with tenure and who ends up going to hell. I'm not so sure the inauguration committee actually read the book before inviting me to this event. For the past several years, I've taught an introductory course on world literature at the university where I am presently employed. The offering has frequently proven to be a disappointment, both to myself and to the students, some in headscarves, some occasionally dressed in fatigues, who register for this seminar in order to satisfy their humanities requirement. As far as classes go, it was an almost painless experience. The instructor is fairly intelligent and enthusiastic about the material, but is unreceptive, even intolerant, of anything that is not a poem, or a poem in prose form. That one was real. Made me question things, including the value of higher learning.
I'm honored to be invited to speak on the occasion of Paul Alivisatos' inauguration as the 14th president of the University of Chicago. The words that keep echoing through my mind are from Catullus, Ave, atque vale, hail and farewell. But they're not quite apt. Catullus uses them to begin a eulogy. This is more of a commencement, both a completion and a beginning. I worked with Paul very closely when he served as Executive Vice Chancellor and Provost of the University of California at Berkeley from 2017 to this past summer. We were two in a box in the geometrical metaphor of executive leadership. We shared vision, we shared strategy, we solved problems together. We wanted those we worked with to receive consistent answers and advice, no matter which of us they talked to. In my years of working with Paul, I developed profound admiration for him. He has far-reaching vision for what he often called transformational partnerships. In my work with Paul, I came increasingly to appreciate how deeply the University of Chicago had shaped him. I saw it in many ways. His deep seriousness about the aims of education, from questions of curriculum to who the university should educate, to the public role and purpose of institutions of higher education. I could see the shaping influence of the University of Chicago in Paul's habit of inquiry, his deep listening skills, his characteristic willingness to think of things in a new way. and I could see the influence of the University of Chicago in his appreciation of the humanities, of literature, art, and music.
People think we're here to teach the students. That's partially true, but I would say that students do more of the teaching to the professors, even in the undergraduate level. And when you teach the students and you listen to the students and they ask a question, all of a sudden they're putting something in a frame you might not have ever thought of. And this back and forth of us teaching each other, you've got a great president, because when people say he listens and he learns, and it grows from that.
On behalf of the Board of Trustees of the University of Chicago, I would like to welcome you to another significant turning point in this university's illustrious history. Today marks the formal investiture of the University of Chicago's 14th president, Paul Alivisatos. Despite COVID restrictions, many important guests, from faculty to students representing the student body, our local community, as well as from the city and the state, and leaders of other esteemed institutions, have gathered here to bear witness and to celebrate with us. In a world wrestling with polarization, intransigence, and attacks on truth, we're here to reaffirm our principles. The purpose of this great university is knowledge, seeking it, creating it, testing it, and sustaining and disseminating it. The best way to achieve this goal, indeed, the only way, is to insist on free, robust deliberation, discussion, and debate. We're at once vigorous, but always respectful. These so-called Chicago principles have led over many years to our university's eminence and desirability as a place of knowledge.
An inauguration is about far more than welcoming a new president. It is an occasion that is both solemn and joyous. It's a moment for our community to reaffirm the foundational values that have shaped this university. It is a time to reflect on the arc of a common journey and to commit to bringing our collective imaginations, talents, and diversity of experience and perspective to bear in new and innovative ways. The word investiture, when used synonymously with inauguration, has its origin in ceremonies of clothing, in the robes of a new office, but also reflects the meaning of invest, as in to clothe or commit our capital. How should we invest together? This morning, as I accept the great responsibility of the presidency of the University of Chicago, I want to acknowledge and honor our university's enduring values, as well as the leaders before me who have brought us to this moment. I would like to address why now is the right time. In fact, it is imperative that we fully engage with the world around us. It has been a true joy for me these past 2 months to immerse myself once again in the University of Chicago that I knew so well from my undergraduate studies of 40 years ago. The remarkable energy and vitality that courses through this university is what first drew me here as a student, and it has remained with me throughout my life. It is what drew me back here as president. I am now immersed in a listening tour that extends throughout the university and to many of our external partners. It's an extraordinary privilege to share in the full and astonishing scope of our work. In settings both formal and informal, I have borne witness to our familiar intertwined ways of thinking, teaching, and learning, and an inspiring academic culture like no other. An engaged University of Chicago will foster entrepreneurship and innovation in creative ways and will see itself as an active partner with other universities as well as with the broader ecosystem of the economies and cultures of Chicago, the region, the nation, and the world beyond. At the University of Chicago, some of the world's best thinkers, scholars, researchers, educators, analysts, advocates, artists, entrepreneurs, and creators are unified by a distinctive culture and a set of core values. That is our capital. When we engage it and connect it to the world at large, we will reconnect with and build upon Harper's inspiring vision and the beneficial works of my predecessors. By working to realize the engaged University of Chicago, we will reach higher levels of achievement than ever before, and we will bring entirely new benefits to humanity. Thank you once again for allowing me to be your president on this next arc.
This now concludes the 535th Convocation of the University of Chicago.